Let's use Docker Swarm for the reason it is designed, which is to have multiple replicas of a container or to use services with multiple containers themselves. We will create a service called web server from latest Nginx image and have 3 replicas for it. We have also mentioned port mapping information with -p flag. Once we hit enter, you can see that our service has been divided into 3 tasks and each task has been carried out individually. Once the tasks are complete, the service has been verified, and once the service creation is complete, we can list it using docker service ls command. First of all, we have service ID, then we have the name of service, which is same as we had provided with the command web server. Then we have mode of service. It is replicated, which means the same image has been replicated more than once and multiple instances or multiple containers are created from the same image. We have 3 replicas in particular. The image which has been used is the latest Nginx, and we also have port mapping information for TCP. If we want to have a look at the containers running inside the service, the command is pretty simple. Just write docker service ps followed by the name of the service. Here we have 3 containers and the naming convention is pretty simple. Their names are webserver.1, webserver.2 and webserver.3. They are up and running for about the same time and all of them share the common Nginx latest image. Just like we had done with Docker Compose, let's inspect our service. And as we go further, along with the generic information, we also get some additional information like the mode of the service, which is replicated, and details regarding all of the hosts or all of the machines where each and every container of the service is provisioned. Unlike docker service ps, if we regularly run docker ps-a command on any of the node, we will get to know that each of the node is only running one container. That is because the service has been deployed across the cluster, which means that the load was divided evenly. Since we had 3 replicas, all of these containers were scheduled on an individual node. Webserver.1 was scheduled on manager node, webserver.2 was scheduled on worker 1 node, and webserver.3 was scheduled on worker 2 node. Just like a regular container, we can inspect this webserver.1 as well. Now, this means that all of these 3 nodes are running at least one instance of Nginx web server. So all of them should be serving Nginx default web page on their respective IP addresses on their port 8080. Let's go to browser and check this fact with our manager node. See that we are navigating to the IP of the manager, which is 192.168.99.100, and we are mentioning the port 8080. It seems like a success. Now let's do the same with worker 1 and worker 2. This means that the service is running successfully and Docker Swarm is hosting Nginx web server on all of these 3 nodes.